the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Of heads of assisted secondary schools a year. In fact, various secondary schools or more headmasters and akekabumu na omo atesa ekono na nipa oda ekoya no CHASS president and Reverend Father Stephen Owusu Sechere na no fear dey oni join news for di nkomo the father nkomo die no na no din komodie no mo rem Reverend Father Stephen Owusu Sechere echiremu a since time immemorial during the creation of the free senior high school policy and Sheshaya His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo every single senior high school ewo bank account ewo Bank of Ghana na za account na ewo Bank of Ghana no headmasters to me assess only when omo make payment for food supplies aban no e dia break school to bon say various food supplies every buffer stock ti brebi dra buffer stock e di nuane a ese secondary schools no saka na omo noa e de ma mofra enjoy free senior high school or the bags of maize, bags of beans, bags of rice, gari, tomatoes, milk, sugar or the sanyo mani nyina ba or the barrier na afei aban no a confirm say enuane e ba e bia Akufo-Addo Pop Jones no de bo nyina yisi na afei headmasters through that bank account World Bank of Ghana no issue checks at the amount various food supplies na je say jumadi no to aso na same during His Excellency John Dramani Mahama reign ya that is in January and yet he said duane ho nsem in fact akwa atwe kakra various senior high school ni nyina ne say ye to abawie ye no buffer stock for warehouses enuane ne gu ho no NDC supporters bowura ho so ma ban na aba wie enuane ni nyina akọ enti na wo say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama issue a statement na enuane a na previous government na atode gu ho in case say drought isia ya ye find drought relief food items no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama issue say ye release and from the various senior high schools. Now according to the government, free. According to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's government, say no release the senior high schools to solve a problem no na amount to 200 million cedis. Today 200 million cedis of emergency intervention to help the schools. Now a breakthrough say CHASS conference of heads of assisted secondary schools echo omo various accounts World Bank of Ghana na omo issue checks edema full suppliers omo nchen enuane free buy say they be omo ye no Greater Accra region for Chirma omo bowura Bank of Ghana all their accounts have been emptied. Say ya Chimota, say Wesley Grammar, say Accra Academy, say according to CHASS president Reverend Father Stephen Owusu Sechere headmasters no complaining the chain say checks are omo issue the man food suppliers ni nyinara bansoi ba kokre ni ho ye djuma because omo Bank of Ghana accounts have reportedly been emptied. Not a single CD and that counting. Now me quote no, we are a portion of the audio and the children some wati. Or say the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of CHASS informed me that almost all schools in the region have had their account swept. And I read, upon further investigation, I reached out to the Deputy Director General and the Financial Controller of the Ghana Education Service, both of whom confirmed the situation. I also contacted the Director of Finance at the Ministry of Finance, who likewise verified that the affected schools' accounts with the Bank of Ghana have been emptied completely, he stated. And the question we are asking is, why the Koyi says can it free various accounts? Bra, now Jumedia was a headmasters in the by issuing checks from the accounts to pay food supplies na enkoso. The why the to be for empty Bank of Ghana accounts of these secondary schools that is meant for the payment of food supplies. Just from January up to date, accounts have been empty. Accounts is on red. Yes, they say checks are headmasters and release bounce. The CHASS President Reverend Father Stephen also say sika ben and for entire food supplies because the food suppliers Ayomajene said, oh, they are no longer going to supply food to the senior high schools. Hence, there's insufficient food supplies. Or say, I am not sure exactly how these monies were withdrawn from the account and how much money has been withdrawn from these various accounts. But the funds disbursed by government to address food shortages should be available in this school account. These funds are specifically located for procuring food items right from the MPP's administration era, and schools are expected to use them to pay supplies. However, with no money in our accounts, issue checks are bouncing, leaving our schools unable to fulfill their financial obligations. This situation has severely impacted the daily operations of these affected schools, and the free senior high school policy is gradually crumbling. If Reverend Father Owusu Sechere, CHASS President, into the equation, various secondary schools, headmaster saying to him about Temeka, but various Bank of Ghana account to Omudi Tuaneka. Ya empty ni nyina ka pre bakura nam ka ni nyina ya twe firim bra food supplies nso a yentua wo moka ti yebeko ne akwa akotie a sound bite of interviewer Reverend Father Owusu Sechere thanks to yenuanom Joy News na afim kome wo ho no ye dia to us.
The regional chairman of Greater Accra CHASS called out to me and informed me about how some schools in the Greater Accra region have had their accounts swept, and they are now in red, and they cannot even feed their students, and they cannot buy anything because the account with Bank of Ghana, So I also reached out to the Deputy Director General and the Financial Controller of the Ghana Education Service, and they confirmed that it is true, and they are seriously working on it. So I also placed a call to Director of Finance of the Ministry of Education, and he also confirmed. I don't know the kind of monies that have been taken away from the. Yeah, it should be, because maybe some of them have some monies in their account because their monies were for procurement of food items. Some schools went through the procurement processes, and they are supposed to pay suppliers of those food items, and the checks are bouncing because the monies are not in the account.
Matiasi. Entino Sekwadu and or dear Fabi say ansana such a high profile case. Ye mebo obi kwadu no ejina niam na enu so. The edikan one. And it's most of these cases border on financial misconduct and now financial crime.
Yeah.
Because ye don't ba beto position bi mu our fiduciary responsibility say sure man sika sem sign die ni mu na ye bibi na te say ya ma osika $200 million say fa ko ye edan ba ko 5,000 cabinet approve ye de akọ PPA what you say akọ parliament now wo instead of 5,000 o ko tena kokoam now take decision say instead of 5,000 ye de 8,500 abebre kura ye
na waje 195 million.
Thank you. So what you say and to cause financial laws misappropriation of funds this and money you try high profile cases because it borders on mining get around profile day ahwetimu and now say Ghana this shey na yakeka ensanse aboso yenya say getting no a matter of public interest or public importance I see a bet try they are bringing those people to book And new attorney general, it is not sufficient. So obejina oka say obi bebo be kro no a na ye betimi agisika ni bia ba ene ehu hia se ye de no ko try antimetwam utie ni eto so mienu attorney general Dr. Dominic Ayine
Oh
omo bisa na about Jachi Ekwesi case no honorable Jachi Ekwesi case no o say oni o ma di nkoma ma o maka so omo di omo pese omo san omo.
in fact obo lawyer Chachika Tedin
Bacho utie ni na che say the basis in tia no all these continue cases no because ono na essential or prosecuting on behalf of the state in the interest of the state no ono no mo makwa ko share defense for no abi so mo say ye do ko gina court abedi be o say o me de me di be me bo okro no my bre
and my mean chambre
the meaning the implication
o me de me di be ade ne de me ye maka me no kre ma bo man no kro no ma bo mu dwirim ma bo man ne ka o say ne ye ntwam
many evidence
see ye ni yo
admission
na ne ono no beka say o me de me say metima summit no so okay ne ye nto aso enye obi na be share na numo ono ana no mutuo and what can asem they are implicating no and this is very dangerous. Not just at the basis of discontinuing all these cases either through filing nolly prosecute and say withdrawal and yet in the interest of the state
that be
a partisan interest
yes.
Why you're in collision with the defense attorneys.
Yes,
and it is on the basis that omo ye NDC for and the NDC need ye de no tuma enye. What is the implication of this? The implication is that not just will be to say what I said in Tamaklu, former CEO of Masloka, Odi Katamanto, Jobu Fosika.
Yeah.
Sanka yang convicted na and ko discontinue case they say a judge Fosika, yes, sir, Guka boot,
I go discontinue.
Ayaka.
One year bonnet.
Honorable on a Ebia also to Nagana and also yet to say no year delay.
A cocoa appeal, Nico Supreme Court. And they can what on
honorable Pacho Cosu.
Now, Baya, Mabo Kashren to say, a dear Beswa Ghana this year, as a Munamo who saw Mompedri Mompecro.
Reset.
Nankanian State prosecutors. And a director of public prosecution. On my investigation for years, for weeks, I collected data. Yes, even in the Cocoa Board case, you know. Scientific data our research centers in Ghana and in Germany ni bibia collected data ama if you don't call course no preliminary issues courts now establish said they have a case to answer
for example for dear no voice no ye dey call Israel momo ko ye ni nyina momo nyina confirm say bibia pepepe sabo for example for voice ai
obi ko we ya kweku bo ahedu
da bi kweku bo ahe
ono kra say no te ubi
o was no the kind no the kind sa na be ye no ye be bu bia
enti one issue enti say no almost say rule of law no it does not apply to an NDC member
da bi
omo de NDC need there
eyezu
see no evil hear no evil say no evil
da bi
when we say doing now okata de no akata na so no akata pepepe eyezu na se wonya NDC ni dia ene ye ni evidence kora se etimi suma ajapa e ma ne ba ofie betwe tuo ese wabusuafo line e do mbesifo and this is a situation a very dangerous precedent enkrofo expect say obi kura to say Dr. Ayina no wababa be di age pen no akọ retirement dey say wo di kosua anyansa 8 years eno masa back no obeba be repeat
anodin Dr. Ayina power ye ade be die man kalambo ahame I didn't expect somebody like him
be sumesa
I didn't me boy
yeah omo person gu nanim asente na omo de post ne man
ne se ko beti baga se wonye na kwa ko ba bi foforo
da bi onya inimbra hwe
se Haruna Rusu kwa no Haruna Rusu ono no so on education be do so open no ye se dia ma obi jiwen
nti wonye a
onya no akwetena
nchen
eyezu
nana bra omo sorry ano mo be ka se ai wabegyina say ono de ono ana claim crofo no nya the president na claim crofo na
possible sir
enya possible
enya de me apanyin boa
ana me say okoto de no ho de bodwe ehe na president Akufo-Addo ko gina clear obi every single issue ye the far appointee of president Akufo-Addo eba abonten either say eko police CID either say eko shraj
yes
either say almost set up bipartisan parliamentary committee
yes
either say eko office of special prosecutor ama nipa ne subjected who to the law the most recent one ma Miss Cecilia Adapa enya ajabin we ya na okoye the investigation ye de oban hu
also FBI FBI nyina
eko chi de no hu ye
o say iska kwa
at the end of the day what they must say you will not allow NDC Debia to be subjected to the law.
Dabi.
Operation Clear All Looters.
Yes.
Okay. And oral the adane ORS. Yeah, the engine no. And I Ghana for to say no way. And bra age who say he today but say hey now in 2 weeks what clear more people than were even cleared by the courts and the Akufo-Addo's government. And then you the a press conference. Eddie Bedi Bebe Toto Nsem-Pii can say and is because under the previous age, you know, or man to trouble near me, your man, you now go for that. Say, come on, what do you mean? In Tinra, Obi BRO a press conference, ni BRG to say, indeed, you are telling a color TV.
Now, go for that make us no charges say the bobo all those people no accused no okay kind.
Did you now?
Okay kind ni na.
Did you now? Obo di anu about. Now, even look at the ambulance case. As a man who in the ambulance case, is it a fact? So from 2014, ambulances somebody buy the seat there and me under the ambulance. It is a fact.
And that's all.
And I no car say not fit for purpose. Honorable Alex Segbefia, who was a health minister at the time under President Mahama, and they say fit for.
Yeah, okay.
It's there no see a better cause financial loss to the state. Yes, I got to ambulance, brother, for 207 van bar. Yeah, but 207 as a garage, we have no bus money, Rana motors, near you, you know, 207 van.
Okay, what can the masher you can crabby? Dr. Johnson, Asiama. On indeed, yes, Siama. Dr. Johnson, Asiama. Aha, you say 1 year governor of the Bank of Ghana. It's, you know, statement, I think it's about 14 pages. And my call line 22.
Make it a 61.
Okay, my call line 22. About what passion every one relevant to my Peter now was watch back. My call line 22 now was I can't back on my was say the UT Bank the UT Bank case involved the grant of approval by Dr. Johnson Asiama of 460 million Ghana cedi facility to UT Bank in violation of the single obligor limit. Be that as it may, it suffices to note that Dr. Ayinde provides absolutely no justification for a withdrawal of the charges in the UT Bank matter, save the allegation that an alleged memo was presented to me. It is also important to note that the Attorney General conceals the simple fact that the prosecution had closed its case in the UT Bank case. Thus, by virtue of the notice of withdrawal filed by the Attorney General, Nsem-Pii Asiama was acquitted and discharged. Dr. Ayinde therefore secured through the back door a whitewash and clearing of sins of Nsem-Pii Asiama forever. It was Bank of Ghana was saying that time na prosecution I can aboni kro said the minister can waiting on the accused sort of Canadian. And even based on that, the court can make a judgment on it. Well, here for kind when you be
Manya way Republic versus Johnson Pandit Asiama. No, Unibank. So what kind
you where you together Makai?
Unibank there. Say there are different issues. So
okay, the kind
Unibank there suni.
Okay, kind no. Minister, what kind back my kind.
So me call you. Me call Ellie. Me read the nation and your papa.
To another be mommy.
I said Dr. Ayinde lamps up the fact that of the two cases against Johnson Asiama and contends that the alleged memo presented to the former Attorney General, which discussed an amount of 450 million, the subject matter of charges against the gentleman in the Unibank case also covered the UT Bank case. On said, Walampi, this is another falsehood. The sum of 450 million was in respect of only the Unibank.
Okay.
The UT Bank case involved the grant of approval by Johnson Asiama of 460 million facility. Where UT Bank near 460 million. Facility UT Bank in violation of single obligor limits. And also, Charlie.
Yeah, the same.
Be at me. It suffices to know that Dr. Iene provides absolutely no justification.
There be another one be reading, no. We may read it.
Okay, I know the.
And what about that?
One of the most important year or set out to know was in the Republic versus Stephen Opuni.
Okay.
And two others.
Okay.
That's the Cocoa Board case.
Okay.
Or say the reasons given by the Attorney General for the withdrawal of the case against the 3 accused persons in the Stephen Opuni case and the consequential whitewash and cleansing of sins through the acquittal and discharge again recounts the misconceived perspective of defense lawyers on the charges. That case involved the loss of 271 million Ghana cedis to the state. Once again, the media would observe that the Attorney General only presented to the public the same stories that had formed the line of defense of the counsel for the accused, completely abandoning the formidable case built by the prosecution. The Attorney General completely disregards the fact that the prosecution has been adjudged by all the courts in the Superior Court architecture, the High Court, the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court, as having established a case for the accused to answer. Dr. Opuni had closed his case. Said Wagogo had called about 10 witnesses. TNU. TNU.
Yeah.
But just say all the reasons are Attorney General we offer for discontinuing the case. The defense lawyers in some are publicly or maka.
But yet they could see what court.
There be.
And that's what
the prosecution had built.
Yes, Collins Dowda Dini was say Mr. Collins Dowda. Was in this case, Mr. Collins Dowda was charged with the offense because he intentionally misapplied the sum of $200 million for the construction of 1,412 housing units instead of 5,000 housing units. Lawfully approved by Cabinet, the Parliament of Ghana, and the Public Procurement Authority to be constructed. So,